This RSBANDB update nibble originally aired on RSBANDB update 736. Take a sigil, leave a sigil. Enjoy.
There's an important reason why I think it should be a spell and not an ability. So if you take an ability like Surge or Escape, which I think everyone is familiar with, that recently got taken off global cooldown, right?
Yeah.
So like you could do an ability and then immediately Surge, for example. However, Surge still resets your timer. So even though you could use Surge immediately after another ability, you can't use another ability immediately after Surge. So if the sigils work the same way that Surge and Escape do, in the sense that they could be used off global cooldown, but they will still reset it in the sense that you can't. So you won't be able to do sigil into an ability. You'll have to do an ability, then time your sigil so you don't reset it entirely, and then do another ability, which one artificially shortens the duration of your sigil effect if you're using, right? So like Limitless or Demons, right? Because of how you'll be forced to use it, you're shortening the duration of it, or you're back to square one with it incurring global cooldown. So does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense, and makes sense that it should be a spell, not an ability.
Yeah. So if it's a spell, then this is a
then you don't have any of that.
Right. Then there's no concern with cool. That's why I kept saying Disruption, Shield, or Vengeance.
Right.
Because I think that's how it should work.
Okay.
It should not work like Surge or Escape. Otherwise, you're functionally in the same boat as you were with the original design.
All right. So here's what has been done with the sigils. It shows that they're still going to be on the action bar. This was a tweet that came out today. It's not going to be coming out next week because they need to do proper testing on it, but you'll be able to click them all one after the another as abilities, and you can see that the countdown is still here, David, exactly as you were saying. There's still a countdown after your spell was activated. So that's
exactly.
Still being hit right here. You can see it in this GIF, and even I see that right now.
Yeah. So that's kind of what my concern with it is.
Yeah. They also do note you'll be able to use sigils within the middle of a channeling ability, and not disrupt that channeling ability like Asphyxiate.
Okay. That's fine. The same is that makes sense. It certainly should not interrupt channels.
Will be able to be used outside of combat, which we know, and will not trigger global cooldowns as well, allowing you to do combos such as Ingenuity of Humans and the Statius Warhammer special.
Yeah, which you could already do, but yes, that's good.
So those are the changes that are coming in with this, and you think that 1 second bit of having it as an ability compared to a spell is going to be a deal breaker? You highlighted?
All of this stuff is just relevant at the margins of things.
Okay.
Right? So it's like almost nothing that I ever mention is like a game changer in the sense of can I kill a thing or not. But it is relevant if you. Anytime something forces you to change the way you do a rotation to make your rotation slightly less good than before, it's a nerf, and nerfs aren't fun.
All right.
Even if they should happen, like I have I'm not a game designer. I have no idea whether this is a good idea or a bad idea in the aggregate. I just know that anytime something adversely affects my DPS, it annoys me. For totally selfish reasons.
All right, fair enough.